so we're gonna be doing things a little differently today. All right, so people have been asking to do like a get to know the employees kind of thing. This is as good as we got. We got 5 questions we want to ask everybody. I guess I'll start off because usually I'm going to be the one asking the questions, but I'll ask myself the questions. First question is, what do you do here? Well, I am the head of media and advertisement, so I run the YouTube, I run the social medias, I make all the videos, and the middleman between people's questions that they ask on social media, so I'll navigate them to whoever they need, whether it be Josh, Ed, Dan. So I do a lot, but everybody here does a ton of different stuff, so we're all kind of like a jack of all trades. How long have you been working here? I've been working here for a little over a year and a half, getting close to that 2-year mark. It's been a great time. Unfortunately, my office is right next to the tire machine. What's your favorite part about working at Driver Motorsports? My favorite part personally is, besides the cars, is going to be the people that I work with. It's a really close group of guys. Everybody here is really, really cool and close, so it's really fun to come to work and actually enjoy the people you work with. So thanks, guys, for making my day better. What was your first car? My first car is currently the same car I'm driving, my daily driver. It's my 2009 Hyundai Accent. It was given to me as a graduation present when I was 17, 18 years old. So I've had it for about 12 years now. Yeah. Still going strong though. Do you have any current projects? I do. I have a 2000 Honda Civic with a D15 that I bought off an employee that works here. Technically it runs and it's good to go. Just a couple things I'm gonna do here and there to it, but just to have another daily driver. So yeah, so let's go ask everybody else the questions, and thank y'all for tuning in.
Well, some say I do things and stuff, not in that particular order, but I would imagine to say that my actual job is running Fabland back here and doing the primary engine building and tuning for Driver Motorsports. I guess technically it's right at a year. So last year, July timeframe, I came in kind of as I won't say intern, but I showed up to kind of post my resume, show what I was capable of, and Chris had me doing some pretty fancy projects back then, and so I was bouncing back and forth between California and here, waiting to retire from the Navy, and so I do like 45 days here, 3 months in Cali, 45 days here. Then I started, tuning cars remotely from 2,700 plus miles away, and now as of June 1st, officially back for good. So no more leaving for this guy. I would definitely have to say the network. Like, I've met a lot of cool people. Some of the YouTube personalities, some of the more famous people you see on the internet. Before I was a subscriber, a follower, a fan, and now I'm actually a colleague of sense, where some of these people reach out to me directly, asking questions about different stuff, and vice versa. I get to call them and kind of rub elbows with some of the bigwigs in the tuning industry that building a friendship with is way more than just being a guy working at a shop somewhere. So that's probably it. Ooh, so don't hate me, but I started life as a VW nerd. My first car was a 1983 Volkswagen Rabbit convertible. Not to be confused with the cabriolet that had all the headlights and stuff in the front. I had an actual Rabbit. Bought it for like $500. I worked an entire summer to buy that car. Current is an understatement, so I think off camera we were talking about it. I meant like 4 or 5 total projects. Some are not necessarily projects, more than just goals and dreams. Currently in work doing a RB30 build for my personal R32 GTR, taking the N1 RB26 out of my GTR and putting it in my Z32. Got the K-Truck that you guys saw the episodes on. That thing's still continuing to evolve. Looking forward to doing some Haltech and turbo goodies on that here pretty soon. And then my wife has a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow that we're doing some work on. So yeah, I'd say I have some projects.
Do I need to look at the camera?
Yeah. You don't have to look at the camera.
I do everything. Not really. I am the general manager by job title, but I check in the cars when they get here as far as getting them into the system. Kind of give them a visual once over. That's what I'm in the middle of doing right now. And then I just, make sure people are staying busy, doing what needs to be done, making sure parts are here that need to be here, making sure people can find the parts that are here, just that type of thing. I've been working here for right at 6 years. I've been doing construction before that, and I've always been into I've always been into 240s. So from there, I just blossomed into more Nissans and more Toyotas and Japanese cars that I enjoy. So, favorite part's got to be the cars. I mean, obviously, the atmosphere is really good too. Everyone's upbeat, cheerful. Like, we try not to be Debbie Downers. Yeah, so that's a good part of it. My first car was given to me when I was 14. My grandparents gave it to my parents, and then they didn't use it, and they gave it to me. It was a 1983 Honda Prelude. I drove that around like when I had my learners. But my first real car was a 1990 240 SX, which was my second car. Current projects, I have a Q45 that I'm manual swapping that I need to get my rear end gear and actually do. And I have a C35 Laurel coming, and then I still need to repaint my S13. So yeah, I have a few projects. Plus, I'm essentially in charge of like 30 to 40 project cars at any given time, just getting them ready for sale and making sure they look good and they're presentable, and yeah, so you could say I have some projects.
What do I do here? I sell cars, so like I'm like the first person in the door essentially. So like any of the, I mean, like if you guys are talking to us on Instagram, 90% of the time it's me. Facebook comments, YouTube comments. I handle a lot of our social media interaction. Me and Cody kind of like tackle all the social media. Cody does more of that lately, just because I've been so busy with car sales, but that's the main point of my job, but I also have my hands in like 80 things, anything graphic design related, merch related, CAD design, vehicle design, special projects as far as like anything custom made that might need to be made for a vehicle. I don't know, I do a lot. I've been working here for 3 years now, next month, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, it's flown by, it's unbelievable. Being creative. I mean, there's always, we're always trying to better ourselves, better our process, better how we do things, better the product that we put out. And that always takes some sort of creative input, whether it be, merch design or, our social media or the vehicles that we put out of the shop. There's always a certain level of creative input that needs to be done with everything. So I'm a really creative person. I thrive in that habitat. Also, I totally forgot about another one of my job titles. Event everything. Anything that's an event here is Dan. There's never any help with it either. Somebody help me. If I had more help, we could do more events. But no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much to be done at any given time. I've got 6 sticky notes on my desk of things that I need to get done right now for customers, and just being creative about everything we do. It's cool. My first vehicle ever was a 1989 Jeep Comanche pickup truck, short bed, 2-wheel drive, and I never should have sold it. I built a custom little sub box, single cab, custom little sub box in the back, put some Jeep Wrangler wheels on it. That thing was a burnout machine. It did donuts. It was just a tank. And they go for like ignorant amount of money now. So like I never should have sold it. Currently, I have another S13 that I'm building because I hate myself. Tube front SR full kits, drift car.
I do paint correction and detailing. Roughly 5 years, something like that. It's been a while. Definitely the variety of cars that we work on. Different stuff that comes in. It's pretty fun. A lot of cool stuff. First car was a 96 Honda Civic Coupe. Had a D15 Y5 with a manual trans. Eco VTEC, super slow. And then I sold it. I have a 2000 XVS 1100, which is a V-Star. I have a 96 Lexus LS 400. That is a very big project. And then I have an 04 Subaru Forester that's needs a lot of work.
Well, I like clean a lot of wheels around here. Like that's why all these wheels are clean and stuff like that. And like I do a lot of like I lower the cars and stuff like that as well. And like keeping the area clean, I do a lot of that. And just kind of keeping the place tidy and keeping everything looking clean and just in order. Probably about 10, 11 months, something like that. Probably all the cool cars that we get to work on. Like, I mean, there's RX-7 right there, standing in front of us. It was actually a 2003 WRX. It was a 5-speed manual. It was running about 20 pounds of boost, and then it caught on fire. Yeah, I actually have a 1996 Lexus LS 400 that has a blown engine, and I have to pull that out and swap it, and yeah, that'll be fun.
I work on cars. No, technically I'm shop manager up here in the front doing the VIP stuff, suspension, wheels, tires, and well, any other stuff really that isn't fabrication. A little over a year and a half, somewhere. Definitely the cars, the JDM right-hand drive, driving fast stuff. It's a fun time. Technically it was a 2007 Mazda CX-7. Little mom car. Take the kids to soccer practice. Quite a few, but I've been spending all my time lately on my chaser that you guys saw. But I got a LS 400 sitting at home that I haven't touched. I got a Subaru SVX out back that you guys may have seen. I don't know. That's for sale. Hit me up. I'll give it to you cheap.
I fix things. I'm a mechanic. Pretty much. They're like, hey, something's broke. Needs fixed. They're like, hey, Jacob, go fix the broke thing. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I might build. I've built some shelves. I built the tire rack upstairs. Wired up some lights in the back. So like just anything, pretty much. Oh shoot, man. I was trying to think of that this morning. It's somewhere in the ballpark of like 3-4 months maybe.
Oh, my favorite part, just the great guys that work here and just the fellowship that we have every day. Fantastic, top notch.
My first car was a 2000 Dodge Grand Caravan that my dad picked up for $250, and I got 20,000 miles out of it before the transmission blew up. And yeah, it served me well, man. It was purple, looked like a piece of garbage, sounded like a piece of garbage, but hey, it served me all throughout high school. So
you and Daniel's first car were mom cars.
yeah, dude, we literally went and drifted in gravel parking lots together, like ripping the freaking e-brake and getting into trouble, man. Like we'd find like random gravel roads when we were like 15 or 16 and just like skirt. Everything's a project, man. I got the hard body. I want to throw a turbo on it, but everything's so freaking expensive. Like I'm getting reamed out here, so there's not much I can do at the moment.
I am the detailer here. I clean stuff. Basically every new car that comes in, I'm the first person to have it, last person to have it before it's taken pictures of and sold. It's been about 2 months now. Feels like it's been a lot longer. I think it would be the first-hand look at all these JDM cars and, you know, having to look at everyone work on them, gaining the experience of working on them, cleaning them, it's very satisfying to see these old cars just become brand new after I'm done with them. And it's so satisfying. My first car was a 91 240. And yeah, it's kind of what got me into it. And it's been like that ever since.
And you did you built it from...
Bought it for $500 and built it from scratch, really. Had a whole single jingle, but you know, it did its job. I have three. I have the hard body. I just got into motorcycles and everything, so I bought an 85 Honda Shadow. I got a 87 BMW E30. That's still in progress as well.
I am the fabrication guy and performance tech here at Driver Motorsports. I'm also known as Fab Daddy as well. All the guys here call me Fab Daddy. But brief description is I will do any kind of welding you need, anything from exhaust to intercooler work to chassis work, rust repair, you name it, I've got it. And I also do a lot of the performance stuff here as well alongside Josh. I started June 15th of 2020, so I just passed 2 years. Favorite part is, it's gonna sound like cliche, but family. Like everybody here is close-knit, tight-knit, and we all goof off with each other, but get serious at the same time, and you can always count on everybody here to have your back. My first car, well, my first vehicle was a 1968 C10 I got when I was 13. My grandfather gave it to me and it is still in pieces, but I mean, that's a project right now, so. I do have current projects. I have that 68 C10, I also have a 69 C10, and I have a Mercedes I'm looking to sell anytime here soon to get a Chaser, so those are my projects. I daily drive a Honda Civic. And
so if you want a sick Mercedes, hit up Devin.
Yeah, I got a 1968 300 CD. It's the coupe diesel. Super sick car if anybody's interested. I'm ready to move on to these Japanese cars. I see everybody here has a cool one and I want a cool one and I feel like I'm missing out.
I'm excited about the next interview I get to do because it's with someone who's never on the vlogs. Christina agreed to do an interview.
No idea. Well, I guess from the first moment Chris buys that car in Japan, I am the lucky person that puts together all the government forms and the paperwork to import the car here to the US. And I go through that entire process, and then the cars come in. Then I work on getting titles from the DMV. So I send off all that paperwork, a lot of government work. I also do all the car sale paperwork, documentation. So I work with Dan and Chris and Ed sometimes, and when they sell a car or a deposit's made, I'm the one that puts together all that paperwork. I also order a lot of parts around here that we keep inventoried, and just other miscellaneous things if we need licenses renewed for our business or taxes or anything like that. I'm basically pushing paper all day. Well, I mean, I've helped a couple of times when Chris first started the business, just making some spreadsheets or something. But I started working here in January of 2020, left the corporate world. Best thing I ever did, because this environment here is awesome to work in. And everything is done with common sense, and I love that. You don't have to go to meetings for 5 hours a day to figure out how to do your job. So yeah, it's been a while now. It's been over 2 years. I would have to say just the interaction with everyone. I mean, we have a lot of fun. We all love our jobs. We all enjoy what we do. So it's just the bantering and the kidding around. I like that easygoing atmosphere. It's kind of a relaxed atmosphere, but everybody works hard. But we like what we do and we have fun doing it.
What do I do here? Well, I'm the owner, operator here at Driver Motorsports. What I do is I basically run the whole damn show, okay? Everything.
I just do everything. These guys, I don't know what they do around here because I'm doing everything. So, no, I'm just kidding. All right. So, I mean, the main thing I do is I run the operations of the top of the business, okay? I pay all the bills, I take care of the attorneys and accountants and all that kind of good stuff. I'm in charge of buying all the cars. So I'm the one that looks at all the cars in Japan and purchases them and brings them in here and then set them loose for the rest of the guys to take care of them and get them for sale. What else do I do here, Cody? What do I do? No, I'm just kidding.
You yell at me.
I just, I mean, as we've gotten more and more employees, I'm able to work on the business and not so much in the business. And that allows me to try to look at expanding the business and making it grow. Since 2012 is about 10 years, we've been importing cars and selling them. We started off, mostly with R32 Skyline GTRs and have changed into, VIP cars and trucks and also cool cars and modifying cars and all that kind of good stuff too. All right, so 10 years since 2012. Part about Driver Motorsports is wake up in the morning and I don't dread going to work. So I can come to work and I'm not worried about, anything. I know, like, hey, oh, you're the boss, you don't need to be worried. And I guess I still have worries, but it's like, I'm sure other people have experienced this. You have a job, you wake up and you're just dreading going to work. You got butterflies in your stomach. You're like, oh man, I gotta go in that crawl space and put this air conditioning duct in there. And I know there's like shit leaking out of the toilet water in the crawl space, and I gotta go in the attic and insulation, and I don't dread coming to work. So that's the best thing I like about working at Driver Motorsports. My first car was a 1978 Firebird. It was a Formula Firebird, 350, 4 on the floor. Yes, you can pay them right there. See that one with all the boxes stored on it and plastic and stuff? That's my project. That's my drift car project for about 4 years now. I'm hoping this winter we finally get that thing done. But anyone knows with a project, it takes a lot of money and it takes a lot of time. And lately I haven't had much of either. So that's where it's at.
So that wraps up our employee interviews. I know it was a little bit of a long video, but it's kind of cool seeing what everybody's first car was, what they're currently working on, how long they've been here, what they do here. I mean, it's just to get to know us a little better. So we hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, get notifications, and like, comment, subscribe, and send it to your friends. We got more videos coming out, of course. Every Tuesday we got the driver's side, so send recommendations, or even if you have questions you want to ask certain employees or anything like that, feel free to leave those in the comment section. But thank y'all for watching. Catch you next time.